Hey friends, Alan here. I've just released a new track called Beesmarck, so you can find a link to it in the description below, or you can just search for Alan Jacobs Beesmarck wherever you listen to music, and you can listen to it, or you can watch the video for it on YouTube. The link is also in the description. And a few people asked me how I made this video, so I just wanted to show you. This is something different that I usually do on this channel, so if you find this interesting, please leave a comment and let me know, and let's get to it. I'm using an application called Magic Music Visual, so Magic Studio, that helps you build those visualizers. There are a lot of great services that let you build visualizers for a little money or maybe even no money. If you know a good service that does it for free, let me know. But what I wanted to do is for my video to be quite unique. I didn't want it to be like the template video, and I also like playing with stuff like that, so that was the rationale behind it. So let's get to it. So we are using Magic Studio. This is what it looks like. So the concept is something like this. So this word magic here is like the end node. This is where all the objects, all the video goes into the final product, and it's displayed in this window, in this preview window. You can move it, but let's say it stays here. And on the left side, we will put all our like input objects. We're actually only using 3 images and 1 geometric shape here in this video, and then in the middle we put different like blending modes, transformations, effects, etc. that gets us to the final result that is mixed in this final thing. So let's get started. First, let's add our track. So, and we set it as like its left channel as source 0 and right channel as source 1. So let's see if it plays. It does. Fine. So, but now when it plays, nothing happens because we didn't do anything yet. So let's start with our first image. Let's create an image here, and let's use the cover image of the track. So you can see that it's appeared here. Nothing happens so far. When we play, it doesn't react to anything. So what we want to do is for it to scale, like become bigger and smaller as the music plays, depending on the volume. So here we go into transforms and scale, and we want it to scale proportionally. So we will be changing only one dimension, and everything should change in the same way. And then we click this thing, which lets us set a function that will control the scaling of this image. So as you see now, it connected to volume of our track, and since now nothing is playing, it's at 0. So if we play anything, it starts, basically the scale of this image becomes equal to the volume of the track. So what we want to do is for it to be like normal size when nothing is playing, and then grow as the music is playing. So basically what it means is we just want to set an offset. So one is its natural size. So now when nothing is playing, it's at its natural size, and when music plays, it grows. So the first step is complete. Next thing what we want to do is for it to shift a bit or like move when the music plays. So let's add another effect. So this time I will go to this ISF folder. I actually don't know what it stands for, but it's where all the cool things are, like crazier effects. So we will use a pixel shifter effect. And what we want to do here is that as you can see, it's already shifted to some default values here. What we want to do is for horizontal frequency of the shifting to be controlled not just by volume, but let's say by mid-highs And so let's see what happens now if we just do that. So you can see that it shifts a bit and it flipped for some reason. So this is controlled by this mirror toggle. If we uncheck it, it doesn't flip. So yeah, this should be good for now. Now let's add our next element, and it will be this image again. Again, we go to image and we select an image like of this bee. We actually don't want it to go to scaling. We don't want to scale the same. We will just put it to the final product for now. And one feature of Magic Visualizer is that you can just toggle this thing off, and this whole branch is toggled off. So for now we will just work with this image of the bee. Let's make it semi-transparent and change the opacity based on again based on sound. So let's go to layers and let's add this mix control. And as you can see, it became a little less visible, and we will again set it to react to sound, but this time we want it to react to our kick drum and like bass or something. So we set the frequency at this low frequency, and now when we play, so you can see that it reacts to the bass drum. So and bass, if there is no bass, it doesn't appear, but then bass kicks, it appears. So what I wanted to do here is for it to like get to its full opacity. So at this setting, it just gets brighter and darker off and on. And so I played with different functions here, but in the end I decided to just write my own expression. So basically I'm adding a bit to the value and then multiplying it by itself. So now when we play, basically when the bass drum kicks for real, it gets like to its full opacity, and at other times it's slightly visible. And now let's glitch it up a bit. So we go to ISF again, and again to glitch, and let's choose bad TV this time. So now when it plays, it's like a bad TV signal, analog TV signal. It's a bit too much to my liking, so let's adjust some values here. Maybe reduce some noise level and adjust this. So I don't really like this colorful lines, so let's see how this looks now. It's better. We can also maybe set this scroll to react a bit. Maybe not so much. Maybe adjust it by a tiny fraction. So it moves a bit, but not too much. Yeah, that's better. So that's what we have now. Now if we turn the logger back, we see that it just, the cover is shown on top of the B. That's not what we want. So let's deal with that. So what we need here is a tool to blend both layers. So we insert it here, and then we connect our B here. And you can see that this already works. Maybe try some different modes. So let's say add, and that's it. It's gonna be fine. So we can move to our next step. So let's continue and let's add some geometric shapes to spice things up a bit. Okay, let's go to geometry and let's add a star field. So what I want to do is again connect it to the end result for now, and let's hide all those other things, and let's work on our star field separately. Let's move it out of the way a bit. Yeah. Okay, so first of all we want to make it yellow, so it's like in the color theme of the whole video. So we have a RGB color modifier here, and let's just turn blue to 0, and we have it in yellow. Now let's adjust it a bit by inserting a translate transformation, so it doesn't feel as busy. So let's just adjust it that we only have a few of the stars flying in. Okay, now let's distort it a bit so it doesn't look so clean. Let's add some distortion effect. So we go to ISF, distortion, let's try this one. So it's not connected the way it was supposed to be connected, so let's put it here, and this one goes into it. Yeah, so now it looks a bit more interesting, and let's make it a little less obvious. Let's move this so you can actually see what I do in the menus. So we want to reduce opacity of it a bit so it's not that jarring. So yeah, so it's only this visible, and let's glitch it up a bit, maybe with bat TV again. So okay, we go to ISF, glitch, bat TV. Again, we don't need any of this color, and maybe no noise this time. We don't need multiple noise sources. Let's add some scrolling again that is connected to volume, and scale it again. So let's see what it looks like now. So as you can see, it's not really doing anything according to music. So let's move back to our star field and let's see if we can do something here. So first let's make speed react to volume. Let's see what we have now. So this is more interesting already. And then let's make distance react to volume as well. And let's make it more noticeable. So let's add half a step here. Okay, that's a bit more interesting. Let's try to blend it all together. Let's bring everything on. So now all of this covers our star field. So let's do another mix, another blending of the layers. Let's go to layers, blend. Again, let's add. Okay, I still don't like how the stars look, so maybe we need some more distortion on the edges. So let's do it like this. Let's see. will be even more. Yeah, this is more like it. Should be fine. Okay, so let's add the final item to our video. So let's add now the image. And what I wanted to do is, for when the snare hits, which is the loudest instrument in the track, I wanted to show quickly another image of a bee. That it just flickers on the screen for a brief second, so it adds some variety to the video. So let's try to implement it. Again, let's connect it to our final product. Let's turn everything off for now. So let's rotate it. Let's add a transformation, rotate axis, rotate it by 3.75, so it's like this. It's horizontal, and now let's scale it so it occupies full screen, so when it hits, it hits. Okay, let's add another transformation, scale. Again, we want to do it proportionally. Let's see how much is fine. Yeah, something like this. Let's make it huge. Okay, by the way, my wife tells me this is a wasp, not a bee, but I'm not that good in insects, so it should work as a bee for me. And I'm sorry if you are offended by that, but let's say it's a bee. Okay. Now, what we want to do is for it to only hit when the snare hits, which is the loudest instrument. So let's see what it looks like now. So it's seen all the time. That's obviously not what we wanted to do. So let's add another thingy. Let's move this here, and now let's add a multi-mix. Multi-mix is kind of a thing that mixes several layers, but a bit smarter. So let's go into layers and multi-mix. So now we have, if we connect this layer to here, and let's make it smooth. I don't know what it does, but sounds smooth. So let's play. Now we never see our final bee because it's hidden behind the first layer, which is index 0. So we want to connect that to our music again, and let's add a gate. So since our snare is the loudest instrument in the track, when it hits, it will show us the B. So let's get it way up, maybe to like 85% of the volume. So let's see what happens now. Yes, you can see that when the snare hits, you can briefly see the B. So yeah, that's all there is to this Beesmarck video. I hope it was interesting. And that's it. Hope you found this useful. If you did, please click subscribe, like, whatever, share with your friends. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Listen to my track on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you listen to music. Just search for Alan Jacobs, or click on the link in the description. And if you want to watch the video, search for Alan Jacobs Beesmarck on YouTube, or just click the link in the description below. That's it. See you next time.